Throw yourself blindly into the road, swinging your arms wildly. Dazed by the sound of the thundering hooves, you can see nothing in the dust. For a brief moment, the horses slow down, just long enough for Sophia to get back on her feet and flee to the roadside. But then the riders stick their spurs in. Dozens of hooves knock you off your feet and roll across your body. Bones crack, break, crumble. Your ears are ripped apart by the thundering rhyme of the ride. Rhythm of the ride. Your innards are pulverized. The last thing you remember is the sound of your own skull caving in. First, death. You fall into a pain that embraces you like a soft feather bed. You feel light, free. There are no restraints, just a warm glow that envelopes you in its secure embrace. The waves carry you. Their touch is soft. They delicately enshroud what was once your body. It is a feeling like anything you have ever experienced before. Something absolute and complete. You touch something greater than the reason behind everything, the reason for your very existence. You were sculpted from this light. It was the first thing you ever felt, boundless and sincere unity of the diverse. Your beginning was a spark that cast its light in all directions, and now you are here again, one with the beginning of everything. The light gleaming from you resembles the light of the shining pillar. You still see it in the north, as always. The waves of light carry you to two figures. The elder is nearest. He is ready to accept you. He is quiet, wise, kind, and pure. The younger waits further back. You don't know what he is yet. The waves pause at the elder's feet. He leans over you and plants a feather-light kiss on your forehead. The kiss spreads all over you. You are filled with unparalleled delight and bliss. You exist. You are unique. There is no one else like you. They know this, and they love you. You will never be alone. You are a part of them, part of your family, a part of this universe. The twin gods will never leave you. They watch over you constantly. The elder softly touches you as you lie spread out amongst the waves, sending you further down the torrent of light. You float on to the top of the silver tree's spreading crown. The closer you get to the silver tree, the heavier you become. The waves draw you down along its trunk, but you do not wish to part with the warmth and the softness, with the love. You turn around. The elder is still watching you. He nods. All is as it should be. Go. Your time has not come yet. You must return to the world now. As you tumble down toward your body, you comprehend the true meaning of your lesser death and the divine love that has been revealed to you. Love exists not only in the hereafter, it is present in the entire design of the twins that is the origin of all life in this world. What is the manifestation of this life in your mortal life? Love in your mortal life. Empire. By creating the empire, the twin gods cared for all living creatures. The empire is the only thing that gives us a place in the world and a connection to others. It is an enormous family made for people by the gods. The gods give you a clear mission in this world, thus gifting you your very being. This is the manifestation of their love for you and for all living things. Love always lives in kindred blood. You share the miracle of life and the universe with your kin. Your family is what you are given upon being born and what you leave behind when you depart. Cause the love the gods have for you is so great that they allow you to change the world they have created, to influence it with your deeds. Whatever your mission is, It is a proof of the twin gods' love for you. What could be a stronger manifestation of love than your very existence? Every emotion, every thought, every action exists by virtue of the love from which the twin gods created you. You do not find the answer you seek. So I think it's too much for our hero. The same about that. We can't say that we. On the other hand, Michael loved the Holy Order and all this stuff because I guess no, because we're not revolutionaries yet. A lot we don't agree with a lot ourselves. I guess it's a bit too egocentric. So we have family or remain silent. And so once a wise man said, so true things cannot be expressed in words because it is a lie. So I will remain silent. A sudden comprehension of the love with which the entire world is imbued illuminates your mind, but then it fades away and vanishes. You regain the sensation in flesh. It is heavy and unwieldy. It lacks that lightness, that light. It is a burden. It is smothering you. You gasp for air. Your chest expands painfully. You feel as though your lungs are about to burst. The stagnant odor of the creep fills them, revolting but so real. You're back. Then you can feel again. You sense your body, head, arms, and legs. The light fades around you, obedient before you feel that is stronger than you. You return to the world. Such is the law of the twins. You will return to the world until the time of your true death, and in this world you will have a body with which to feel pain and suffering and pleasure. You smell a sickly, moist odor. You open your eyes and see the figures of mother and father in the gloom of the family crypt, speaking to each other quietly. They stop as soon as they hear you gasp. Mother runs to you and locks you in and embraces. Father wraps you in his cloak. Neither of them says a word as they lead you out to the surface and back home. You have met a terrible end, my son. You were trampled by those horses. Don't be so careless ever again. The lives you were granted by the twin gods are not to be wasted so recklessly. You would be punished for this, but the twins have already meted out their punishment. You tremble, your steps unsteady as you learn how to move again. Your body is eerily smooth, fresh, and renewed. Even the recent scars and scratches are all gone. But there is something new on it, a fresh black mark, a reminder of your last death beneath those hooves. Remember that, by the twins' mercy, we are all given enough time in this world. Should you die before your time, you will be brought back by their grace. For 3 times they will rescue you from a terrible fate, but the 4th death is true and final for all. Every loss of a life we were granted at our birth is a heavy blow to us, but the gods told us not to mourn a lesser death, and so we will humbly accept this and move on. See, your body has been reborn anew, with all your wounds healed. Do not mourn your loss of life, my son, but thank the twin gods for their justice. Do not speak of this, and do not ever play by the road again if you wish to keep on living. You cautiously go back outside the next day. Children from the neighborhood surround you. They all saw you get trampled. And now they all ask you the same question. What was it like to die? Thomas rescues you from their pasturing. He pushes the motley crew aside, hugs you, and pats you on the back. Oh, look at you, buddy. You gave an entire life to keep a girl safe. Then you see Sophia. She is standing nearby, shyly working up the courage to walk over to you. Soon, she finally approaches you and begins speaking rapidly. Michael, why did you throw yourself in front of these horses? My life isn't worth any more than yours. So why did you think that? You weren't supposed to die there. It was all those riders' fault. They deserve to die, not you. Her voice rises to a shriek. She suddenly stops and runs back home. You stay where you are, watching her run, the golden rays of the sun dancing in her braided hair. So we got +1 to the relationship with Sophia, a humble girl from a poor low-born family living on the same street. As well, we got +1 to ability, +1 to ingenuity, +1 to spirituality. Again, we do not have much of willpower, and we died once. So yes, we saved the local girl named Sophia from less death. Sophia disappeared after a terrible incident with the horses. Her friends gossip that her parents sent her off to serve a rich noble dynasty. You haven't seen each other since that day, but you still remember Sophia's eyes, the sunlight shining on them. But no matter what, life goes on. You're 10 years old now. Your studies continue and you are learning more about the land you live in. Anizoti is an ancient city in an imperial province by the name of Magra. All soil in Magra was turned to ash eons ago, scorched by magic during the rebellion of Duke Charmilanides. Magical arts are all but gone now, but the scorched earth has remained barren and infertile ever since. Since then, the entire province has lain barren, tormented by cold and scorching winds in equal measure, with few precious plants taking root on their own. All fertile land in Magra is bought elsewhere and brought here by an endless caravan of carts and carriages. To pay for food and soil, the cities of Magra became skilled in many trades, primarily mining and digging for metals and stone. Last fall, there was an explosion just outside the city, followed by clouds of thick smoke. The first such incident frightened the citizens, but then explosions and smoke became an everyday occurrence. Soon everyone grew used to it. Paul explains that miners are using a new invention called gunpowder. It makes it easier for them to reach the precious stones and metals buried deep down within the earth. Then, one day, a thunderous explosion rocks the city, and black, billowing smoke covers the houses. People are stuck in their homes, all windows tightly shut. Their air is impossible to breathe. Nathan coughs all the time. Gloria and you cough only when nobody's watching. If mother hears it, she'll make you inhale those hot herbal vapors just like Nathan. It takes 2 days for the black smoke to disperse. People pour out onto the streets to meet their friends. Thomas is eager to share everything he knows about this incident with you. They took lots of burned up people to the city temple. Mom told me she was helping the healers. There are many rumors. Some claim it was the work of the beast stored from its slum, while others say it's the surviving witches that continue to threaten the Odin Empire with their accursed powers. But as for you, you patiently wait for Dad to come back home, and then you'll ask him about it. Father spends day and night working at the prefecture, while Mother spends all her time in prayer. It takes a full week of Father to finally come home, and he's almost completely spent. You muster enough courage during dinner to ask him what happened outside the city. Father raises his head, his face oblique, a weary mask, and starts muttering his proclamation. It's almost as if he doesn't see you. It's the mine outside the city. They were trying to get to a vein of ore. There was an explosion. The mine caved in and black smoke started flowing. Many workers died there. It was all because Count El Velasco, once the mines wanted them to start mining that vein before they were ready. Some of the workers weren't even reborn. Perhaps the twins thought their final time had come. The prefecture had been inundated with complaints from families that have lost their breadwinners, asking for the judges for help. Many people also lost their cattle to the black smoke. Count El Velasco blamed gunpowder for the disaster. The prefecture and the newspapers just repeat whatever he says, but it's plain old greed and tyranny of noblemen that aren't to blame. Why is the welfare of our province always paid for with commoner lives? Then, without warning, he grows silently again. I keep thinking about it for days. Can a human life really end so easily? A single moment of bad luck and you die, only to re-emerge from the temple of the family crypt with a new black mark on your arm. Or worse, you remain where you fell dead, never to be reborn again, ever. And I think we continue next time.